Hello and welcome, Hakeem. It's 2:03 p.m. It's not nighttime. Over here, yeah. Yep. Here we are. Oh yeah. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm purchasing all the vehicles in the game. If I could. If I could. If I could. Yes. Wherever this car might be. It's right below me. Yep, yesterday I was able to make 1 million eddies, and I'm spending all of it right now on cars around the city. It's so exciting. That's what I'm doing. Buying all these cars. Why is this car so garbage? It's a bad car. It's a bad car, but I gotta buy them all. "25 meters that away. If I could. If I could. Hail, Steve. I'm down to 450,000. I'm good now. I had 1 million yesterday. Or earlier today. I was trying to stream this morning to finish up what I wanted to do, but the Nvidia the Nvidia Geforce Now game streaming service wouldn't let me play. Oh, loot boxes do spawn? Awesome. That's cool. Oh man. Have to go up? I guess. Hello, Chris. Just trying to buy up all these vehicles. Yep. Something to do. Next one is 39,000. Let's go there now. Right now. Oh, yes. The soda's right down below me. I'm still buying these sodas. Still making all kinds of money. I'm still not sure whenever vendors restock. Anybody know that? How often vendors actually restock? If they do.
I try and I try.
I need a drink.
You have nothing better to
God
do?
protects the protected.
Oh boy. Let's go this way.
Fuck's sake!
No way! Christ!
Jesus Christo. I always go the opposite direction. Amazing.
Crazy! Holy fuck!
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, sure. It's super easy making money. I really wish I had 20 technical though. It's not gonna happen. Maybe it will. Maybe it will, huh? Oh boy. Oh. Oh, CJ, you're saying that people have they don't have the complete they don't have the completion because they're well yeah, people are mainly concerned with like beating the game or whatever, so they're doing what they have to do, and they might have been to a place before the story wants them to go there, so they're missing out on story content. I think I'm doing it correctly. For example, you said that you are not talking to Dex, blah, blah, blah. Well, he wants you to talk to him eventually. Eventually. You have to do it. Otherwise, it's not realistic. There's some dude waiting for you. You know?
I don't wanna!
Eventually, you gotta talk to him. You know what I mean? Right now, for me, I have this mission here where I have to talk to Master Splinter. But I could make him wait because he did something weird. So now I'm making him wait for me. But I've done a bunch of the other content. My goodness gracious.
So I'm letting loose on this animal. Bam, bam, bam. And then
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, it's in the building.
Just a short one.
Huh.
Oh boy. You're making me go upstairs? I don't want to go upstairs. I don't want to go upstairs, fella. Let's go this way. I'm trying to buy these cars. Trying to get everything down scientifically to the T. Immersion breaking wise. Like reading the cliff notes for a book before you read the book, just to find out what you should care about while you read the book. I do want to make another save. God, I didn't really understand the leveling system and what the fact that it's permanent. You know, but for me, going through the same story twice is just impossible. I can't because I'm gonna want to skip past things. Come on, if I've already done it. You know what I mean? I like to see. Yeah, I think the way I'm doing it is correct. You know what I mean? Certain missions you can make them wait. Certain missions you have to do it. You know, I had this Judy lady waiting for me. She's waiting for me for early evening, but I keep missing the early evening situation. And I know that whatever job she has for me, it can wait. But the game wants me to probably go to the spot where I'm supposed to go to at the right time and then call her. Or I can go there at any time and then call her, and then it'll fast forward the clock to be that time. You know? Okay, I'm at a vendor, so I will... Man, the game is having a hard time running, and I hate it. Sometimes I think they put me on some garbage computer. I put you on Ultra.
Hey, June, go harass someone else.
Sometimes I think they put me on a garbage computer. I'm looking for plans here. Oh, yes. For me, I think... So, the two main things I want to craft to make money is grenades and the legendary armor mods. After deconstructing Sodies. And then I sell all of the junk besides the legendary module. Or the legendary chippy poo. Everything else I could sell for lots of money. And look, see, I'm out, so I'll show you the process. Even the greens. Because I can make it back in a heartbeat. It's really awesome. And while I make it back, I'm generating more legendary components. You could generate these components out of thin air. Thin abyssal air.
Yes.
See, right now I have 357 of these things. Because I've been using them. But I'm about to get more. Right now. Right now. So step one, I'll just get rid of a few of these alcohol, drinky poos, and all that garbage. Give myself some gray nonsense. It doesn't really even matter how much I have. That's good enough, actually. And over here, all I'm going to do is craft a few of these. You see? For every one of these grenades I craft, it provides 3 rare materials, blue materials. And then for every one of those, I then craft a bunch of the legendary armor modules, and then I deconstruct those, and I get more legendary modules out of it. Did I go to the Batcave and get my free Bruce Wayne car? I wouldn't call it a Batcave or Bruce Wayne car. You need to stop going to websites to look up things. But you are watching my stream, so I can't discourage that. But yes, I got my free thing, and I'd rather find these things naturally, not by looking them up. It's better that way. If you do a full exploration, you're going to find all kinds of stuff. If you look up what to look up, then who cares if you find it? It doesn't really matter. One drop in the bucket if you find it. It's no longer an Easter egg. It's the thing that you looked up. Easter eggs, in my opinion, are supposed to be wonderful little things that you happen to find. They didn't expect to find. But some games have you go find all the Easter eggs. It's like part of the level completion, like Doom. Doom has you go find all the Easter eggs, and they call them Easter eggs. The second you call an in-game thing an Easter egg, you're meant to find it. It's part of the exploration. Like Knights of the Old Republic, or whatever, that had these data crystal things that was you had to find them through a jumping puzzle, so it was like a exploratory situation. Here, there's stuff, you know. I happened to find that car because I was driving through that tunnel between point A and point B, and there it is. There it is. For example, the tarot cards on the wall, those are not Easter eggs. Even though the game is treating them like an Easter egg, it's not. But the way that they're positioned and the way that you look at them, they're in the alleyway, you have to kind of look around. They're acting like they're darn Easter eggs. But, you know, I mean, they're in the game. Oh, no. Oh my god. Lucky me. You're saying if I ever come across a legendary item, don't loot it? Well, I'm already max level, so it doesn't really matter, right? I've been max level for a bit, so it doesn't matter. I say it doesn't really matter. Whatever you have to say. That's what I gotta say. If you happen, it's just the mentality in games. If you happen to see a cool item, you don't want to pick it up because then you're locked into it. Well, there's other stuff besides that. It all depends on how you're playing. That's why you have to make some progress in the game. And the way that you can tell is if the bad guys are too hard for you, you're not supposed to go in there. Duh. Some parts of the map are too hard for a brand new player, so you don't go there yet. You don't force your way in and then loot things. You loot what you're supposed to loot. For example, when I was going around, the second I dipped a little bit too low, you have that main area right here in the map, right? So you have this area here in the map where, well, for me, I don't know, but other street kid, you know, corpo, whatever. Right here is where you sort of start, and then anywhere that's below or over here, it's all harder for a while. But there's a lot of content up in, so I figure you have to navigate this area as much as possible. Every so often the game wants you to go across the river and whatnot, you know. It wants you to go across the river and whatnot, you know. I'm in Little China, or whatever the heck I'm in. The Watson area. Yeah. The game wants you to go here and there. But then, I would imagine, as you approach the starting area for nomads, it gets easy again. But in the middle, or some other spots, it's hard. You're not supposed to go there. You're not supposed to go raid a Militech factory base at level whatever. Because there's stuff in there, probably. And there's storyline content. But everything else you sort of are supposed to go to. In this city, normally, like in Fallout 76, you want to take your time. You don't want to be across the map. But in this game, you are supposed to be across the map. But you're supposed to do like a drive-by. You're supposed to quickly drive by at a certain point. The game wants you to sort of understand the overall layout of the city. But it doesn't want you to really fight in the streets. It wants you to struggle and run away. But you're not really supposed to be doing certain things. And you could tell because the bad guys will have a big red skull over their head, or the quest itself will say, very difficult, very hard. You're supposed to wait until it says moderate. Then you're on the appropriate path. Yeah. But in the end, everything that is good will be things that you can craft. So unless it gives you a plan, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. Unless you get a plan, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters unless it's a plan and you could recraft it. Otherwise, it's just cosmetic. And if it's cosmetic, it doesn't matter. What I gotta say. Right? You get some clothing item that's really cool, but you don't want to get it too early because of the level and everything. Well, you just wear it cosmetically. That's all. What you get for looting in an area that you're not supposed to be in. Back to what I was doing. How many did I make? 124. I'll work with that. So with these 124, I will now turn all of those blues into this legendary module here. They cost 3 blue and 1 legendary. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that it would be that there's a level cap, and part of me wanted to just find that out. I didn't want to really plan it out because things are really contextual, but now I understand. I paid for that Tabula Rasa yesterday a couple times over to replace my skills out. It doesn't replace your attribute. I'm stuck with 18 technical. But still, it's fine. You don't need that final perk. That will just really help out the vendor, because then you shift prices in your favor. But everything else is fine. Yeah. I went through all my perks, and now it's pretty streamlined to how I play, and I get rid of all the other perks I don't really use. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Also, check out this. This is But yeah, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Is whether or not this is good. See, I figure you don't need to have the price be awesome. The cool thing about the final perk for these trees here, is you get this legendary perk, and you can keep upgrading this perk, or whatever you want to call it. You can keep upgrading this more and more and more and more forever. Yeah. See, I figured I don't need to craft quick hacks anymore because I already had the legendary ones. But I got everything but those. Over here, I don't need to have the camera thing upgraded and the turret thing upgraded and the other turret thing upgraded because it just makes it last longer, so it's not that big of a deal. And this right here, I only put level 1 in it because it gives me extra quick hacks and I can just sell them, but I don't need them. You see, and I don't need extra breach time for the breach protocol. And I only have a couple perks over here now. My first time through, I had a bunch of these other perks, but now I don't need them as much. But I am still unlocking a couple extra points here and there. You see, I didn't give myself the headshot thing, even though I have all these other headshot things. But I might go for this perk next. I got the cold blood going on, and I give myself the falling damage and a tiny bit of health regen. See, I put nothing else over here. Nothing over here. Well, that's nice. After a critical hit with a pistol or revolver, armor increases by 30%. That sounds really good. But I guess give myself the recoil situation. Not even more damage. My last build had way more damage with the pistol. Over here under crafting, I have nothing under engineering besides looting drones and doing more damage against drones. I have the reduces component cost. That's very important. Workshop to gain free components. A chance to gain free components. Over here, ex nihilo, which is great. Every 5 times I craft something, it's free. Crafted clothes gain more armor, I guess. And I get the mods back whenever I disassemble, and I get more components whenever I disassemble. I feel like that's important. And then being able to craft epic and craft legendary and upgrade items is important. Upgrading components. Let's keep crafting this stack here. People are talking about the DLC already. Well, sometimes the first DLC package needs to come out at a certain time after the initial game. Think about how long it took for the first major DLC package to come for Fallout 76. It really wasn't that long. I mean, I'm talking about before Wastelanders. Before Wastelanders, which Wastelanders came about a year after, or a little over a year after the game came out. Which ain't that long if you think about it. Sort of like a complete revision of the game. And then before that, you had survival mode that was introduced. You had new parts of the map that were introduced. The camera thing. The Pioneer Scouts didn't come out with the original game. Player vending. All these things came out before, like in between, like months into the process. So we could expect new content at a certain point, especially if the game was kicked off the darn PlayStation Store or the Sony Store. So right now they are trying to fix it. Right now they're trying to fix all the bugs, and then in the process they'll probably add a couple more things. So there's going to be like a major bug update, graphics update, and feature update coming up within the next couple months, probably before March. I'm just saying before March there's going to be some sort of update because they need to make their money back because they got kicked out the store, so now they have to save their face and do a couple things. Are you talking about Regina, the cop lady? Yeah, you can go to any of the fixers, I think, and just talk to them. I went to one of them. I went to Akako's place to talk to her again, and she gave me a mission. But Regina, I think the cop lady, she just stands looking out the window. I'm just trying to convert all of my blue here, okay? All of my blue into these mods. That's why I was talking, just to help pass some time. But I generate these legendary mods out of thin air. It's awesome. So I go down to here, go down to there, and I break down all of these modicles. Yeah. You see, I'm generating these legendary components and the blues and the purples and the all that garbage. Awesome. Yes. So, I had my fake voice read off the lore for this game, you know, because it's based upon a pen and paper tabletop game. Really awesome. I would imagine anybody that loves the lore of the Cyberpunk world, of this specific world with Night City and all that, would absolutely love this game because it's like a dream come true. It's amazing. I would compare it to a person obsessed with Jurassic Park from the 90s getting a true Jurassic Park MMO or some garbage. I don't know. Something that they're obsessed with, and then they make a movie or they make a crazy in-depth game that actually works. Remember, every so often I gain. So if I make this many, right? If I make this many, right? I'm going to be generating extra legendaries. Because there's a 20% chance or whatever. There's a 15% chance to gain an additional component. And then there's a 20% chance to not use any components when you're crafting. So you end up getting more. Yeah, like an actual true to life Dungeons and Dragons RPG, or a really good Lord of the Rings MMO that is really, really good, that uses all the available lore, that lets you go explore the world of the elves and everything. That's really in detail, that you can go down to any weird basement, any weird crevasse in the earth and go talk to things, and it's all awesome and immersive. They have these things, but they aren't all that good. So for example, I had my fake voice read this yesterday. Remember, this is a fake voice reading lower. The timeline of the Cyberpunk series diverges dramatically from our own around roughly the 1990s. Although other divergences do occur well before then, albeit smaller in size and scope, where the fall of the Soviet Union at the end of the Cold War leads to a dissemination of nuclear weapons on the black market, coupled with a U.S. government deep state called the Gang of Four, the world soon finds itself in the midst of an economic crisis and the collapse. Proxy wars, trade wars, and a resurgent Europe but against the prevailing U.S. world order. Eventually, brief nuclear exchanges and biological warfare around the globe cause the gradual decline of Western civilization. Societies collapse and many governments either dissolve or are reduced to reactionary, petty authoritarian states. In the chaos, corporations fill the vacuum of power amidst a collapsing social order. Technological advances, unbridled from government oversight or ethical limitations, lead to hundreds of new inventions. As time wears on, some corporations become as powerful as the countries they are housed in. Ultimately, for corporate wars would occur before 2077, each one becoming more overt and deadly than the last. Lawlessness, chaos, and technology. This is the world of Cyberpunk. Night City is a fictional city in the free state of Northern California. It is located on the west coast of the United States. The population is said to have around 6 million inhabitants across its many boroughs and makes it the most populated city in California. By 2077, the city was voted the worst place to live in America. It is the central location in the pen and paper RPG series Cyberpunk 2013. 2020 v3.0 and Red in the Cyberpunk 2077 video game. A planned urban community originally founded by Richard Knight in 1994, it was established. First of all, isn't this fake voice the coolest thing in the gosh darn universe? He just breathed. Listen, there's like phlegm in his mouth. Look, this guy has phlegm in his mouth. He has a light lisp, and he breathes like a lummox man. Listen to him. Listen to him. It's amazing. This is a fake voice. A planned urban community originally founded by Richard Knight in 1994, it was established at the head of Del Coronado Bay. and facing the Pacific Ocean to the west, Night City is considered a modern, multicultural, and thriving metropolis of the 21st century overrun by corporations, corruption, organized crime, and gang violence. It has wide streets and dense Yeah, so this is from the wiki. My fake voice is reading it, and now you see the awesome potential of having a fake voice, because it sounds just like you. And you think I sat here and recorded myself for an hour? No. But so I'm going to have this read the garbage. We get to learn all about Night City. It's really cool, actually. It's really cool, and I feel like left out. I want to go back, and I think they have a couple books. I think I'm going to go back. You know what? Let's do it right now. I should totally go back and look up whatever book they've released 20 years ago. They've released a couple books, apparently, and I think they're important to read. Because it adds depth to everything, and at that point, it's awesome. It's really awesome to be in that world. But yeah, I'm going to have my voice read this really quick while I craft the rest of these blues. Urban skyscrapers, which are homes to over millions of people. It operates as a fully independent city-state with the Arasaka Corporation having complete control. Night City is considered a thrilling and exciting location to visit, as well as an interesting and vibrant place to live for those of means. And a hellscape to the city's disenfranchised. Its world-famous slogan is the city on the edge of tomorrow. Technology. But just to be clear, when I say fake voice, I mean this is a deep fake voice made with my own voice after recording hours and hours and hours of my voice, and knows exactly how I talk. The way that I trained this was it had me read The Wizard of Oz, and then it had me read the transcript from Planet Earth. And, you know, I'm reading a book to the system, and it has me, like, you know, reading a list, reading different things. The Arctic tundra is home to the panda bear that eats primarily seaweed bamboo, you know? And because I read it in a certain manner, it's doing this in that same manner, and it's the most amazing thing in the universe. So, the whole concept of having a human-sounding AI is not science fiction. It's completely real because I made this. So if I can make this, somebody else can make a really good-sounding fake voice. So I would say, in another decade, don't trust anything you hear unless you see the person say it right in front of you, and you can touch their face when they're saying it. Because it's fakeable, which is really cool because this is Cyberpunk, and right? Yes, this is a deep fake. Technology triumphant over the troubles of the past United States of America, a combination of cultures of the old world, and a new beginning of the U.S. Night City is now. Night City, history, founding. Night City was the brainchild of businessman Richard Knight, who became dissatisfied with his experiences in managing corporate construction projects as part of his company Halsey, Ferris, and Knight. This whole section right here, you see this whole section right here, it failed. I have to have it redo this whole by 1992, Knight, blah blah blah, right here, boom. So this section right here, right over here, right over here, right over here, right over here. So I have to have the system redo this whole portion. So what I have to do is I have to highlight, right? And then I have to tell it to go do something. And then I have to go, hello. Oh no. Oh no. Let me go back to default style. Oh boy. Do we have to do it again? Just to see, I copy the entire darn segment of reality, and then I had it redo the whole thing. You see? So hopefully it'll work out for me. I had to redo the whole section. But the problem is it'll skip. We just gotta wait for a second. Pretty sure it's working on it. 320 remaining. Let's keep on going. Right over here. Right over here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm having it think too hard. Knight's foundation, which would later be renamed Knight Corporation, Miriam hoped to preserve her late husband's vision of the perfect city, attempting to get the aid of the corporations to prevent the city from disaster. Come on, man. Come on. The corporations controlled the civic government and the corporate center. The mob controlled almost all service-related businesses. Oh, man. Oh man, this thing is having a hard time. Oh my god, really? Hurry up. We're almost done. I'm sorry this is doing this. Dang it. Can't believe it. The program is called Descript and the function's called Overdub. Gotta wait a second. It had become a relatively peaceful place, with the downtown area being policed at all times. However, many dangers still remained, and the scars of previous conflicts had not yet healed. Weapons are commonplace in everyone's day-to-day lives, and it would not be out of the ordinary to see a gun next to a briefcase on the sidewalk. Piss me off, man. Corporate security forces and allowed them full authority within the city limits. The corporate authority within the city... Can you stop now? Okay. Here we go. Are you good now? My goodness, really? Oh my god. Half of this thing wasn't rendered?
And that's okay.
It was fine yesterday. What the F? Oh my gosh. Darn thing's having a major problem. Discard changes. Go back in. Here we go. I want to hear about the bomb, dang it. What the heck? It was fine yesterday. Oh, downloading project. Okay. Hurry up. You're wasting my time. You're wasting their time. And... okay, here we go. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Is this good? Are we good? Here we go. The next 7 years were chaotic, blah, blah, blah. The next 7 years were chaotic, as the powers that be vied for control over the city. The corporations controlled the civic government and the corporate center. The mob controlled almost all service-related businesses. The city police, forced to kowtow to both mob and corporate interests, became totally ineffective. During this time, the gangs, backed by mob and corporate sponsors, established themselves in the remaining suburbs of the old city. The one area that had never had the chance to be added to Knight's urban plan. The result became the infamous combat zone of modern day, with gangs so firmly rooted in place that the only way to remove them now would be to demolish the entire area. The mob rule. By 2005, the mob had become the king of the hill. The corporations established their strongholds in the outlying Beavervilles and their lofty corporate plaza fortresses. They had little or no interest in running the city, and the civic leaders were unable to lead without corporate masters to pull the strings and provide the muscle. The next 4 years were the dark ages of Night City, with more murders in that 4-year span than there were for most cities in 10. The mob ruled the city with an iron fist, killing anything in its way. Gang activity was at an all-time high during this time. Such notorious gangs as the Blood Raisers and the Slaughterhouse made their debut. Night City soon became the closest thing to hell on earth, a war zone where you were just as likely to have your car blown up as have its radio stolen. The number of unsolved murders documented by the police rose into the thousands. The mob wars and corporate takeover. You're doing so well, Beast. The corporations installed puppets in the local government and began the process of cleaning up the war-torn city. Night City's homeless problem grew out of control when new laws stated that anyone without the finances to renovate their home would be removed. Almost all of the city's affordable housing was occupied by the corporate troops, resulting in the displacement of hundreds of residents. Not long after the mob wars were a distant memory, and Night City had become a relatively peaceful place, with the downtown area being policed at all times. However, many dangers still remained, and the scars of previous conflicts had not yet healed. Weapons are commonplace in everyone's day-to-day lives, and it would not be out of the ordinary to see a gun next to a briefcase on the sidewalk. The newly elected council, faced with chaos in the city, deputized corporate security forces and allowed them full authority within the city limits. The corporate and city centers were cleaned out and restored to their pristine state. The old Harbor Mall was demolished and the new Harbor Mall constructed. 2013. By 2013, much of the worst excesses of the city had been crushed under the ruthless heel of the megacorps. Are you serious? During this time, famous rocker boy legend Johnny Silverhand held a darn concert outside of the Arasaka Tower. Dang it, and led an attack upon the tower. By 2020, the Night City was a growing flim-flam, doing all kinds of stuff. Because of its free state status, Night City was home to units on both sides of the Fourth Corporate War. Perhaps as a result, the war was not kind to Night City. There was constant street-to-street, building-to-building fighting throughout the city, especially around the corporate zone where both factions maintained substantial office complexes. What in the world? Oh my God. Oh no. Are you serious? Triggered in the Arasaka Towers was roughly 20. There we go. You know, this worked yesterday, but now I have to go back through it. The bomb triggered in the Arasaka Towers was roughly 25% as powerful as the bomb at Hiroshima. A tactical nuke a bit larger than a suitcase bomb. It was designed to utterly demolish the master database and make it unusable in any way to a rival megacorporation. The nuke was prematurely detonated at floor 120 in Key's apartment where the cell killer lab was located. The blast obliterated the twin towers, splitting them in half and causing them to collapse outward. The entire center of the city became rubble in seconds. Most people in the area died instantly from the blast. Much of Night City was built on fill, due to the original elevation only being 16 feet above sea level. The nuke in turn caused a minor earthquake that liquefied parts of the fill and flooded the inner city. The explosion was technically an air blast since the detonation went off at roughly 200 feet. While this lessened overall long-term radioactivity, most of what remained penetrated only the huge skyscraper towers surrounding the blast. The high blast area and the tons of raw concrete and steel there were instantly converted into particulate debris which rained down on the entire Norcal region and far out to sea for many months after. The dust cloud spiraled up into the sky, turning it red for almost 2 years. Even several years after the blast, suspended particles would cause the skies at dawn and dusk to glow a lurid crimson. As a result, many of the people who lived through this time deemed as red or the time of red. After the fall, 2023 to 2025, Night City was made inhabitable within 24 hours of the detonation. Many people were unaffected as they were heavily cybered up or had radiation filters installed in their bodies already. However, the nuke and its aftermath destroyed a large part of Night City's housing, forcing people to move out to the suburbs or to areas even further out from the city center. The liquefaction of the city was originally built upon broke gas mains, water pipes, and electrical grids. Streets became twisted chunks of asphalt, strewn with wrecked ground cars, while fallen AVs lay scattered among the debris of broken skyscrapers. Despite the hardships, Night City still wasn't as bad as some other cities like Rio and Hong Kong. Much of the area beyond Greater Night City had been abandoned during the collapse. People in the thousands started moving north, south, and east as soon as they could. Neighborhoods found a new unity and purpose. Okay, so, pretty cool fake voice. It's almost indistinguishable besides the weird, slightly mechanical situation, but the fact that it has some phlegm up in the mouth, there's like saliva and a lispy thing, and you know, all the things that make a human, breathing, pausing, emphasis on certain words, slowing down, speeding up. It's not just here in the world there are things, it's here in the world there are things. You know, there's like an actual, it sounds like a person talking. It's amazing, right? Isn't that amazing? It's crazy. Like, it sounds like a person talking. Crazy. The following were some of the leading corporations that helped construct the city, but it's just a few of the ones that still operate in Night City. The city is overrun by many corporations and businesses, some of which are exclusive to Night City. Without the official aid of US government or the Free State, Night City is a free nation that sees little interference from the outside. Night City's biggest ally is Arasaka, which keeps the city running and protected. So just now I was able to generate all these blues, these purples, and the legendary 1,000. I just made 1,000 legendary upgrade components, and I probably made 20 or so, but I now have 400 legendary components. I just made that out of thin air by making a bunch of epic grenades, breaking those down to get the blues, and then making a bunch of legendary armor mods, and then breaking those down, which gave me the blues, purples, and the other legendary piece. And then I just sell all the excess. Boo-doo and do-do and a boo-doo and a do-do with a boo-doo with a do-do. I can sell what I want to do. Yeah. There we go. Goodbye. You don't have anything for me. So I'm going to all these vendors right now.
Hey, ten cuidado.
Ten cuidado. Taste the love. I turned off ray tracing for a second. I like to purchase all the beverages from these places. Same prices as the soda machine. Boo do and do with a boo do and a do and a boo with a do and boo and do and boo. Alright, right about there. Give me your money. I need that money. I'm trying to buy the cars from across the map, and I need that money. That's the fact, girl. Yeah. Where are we going? Okay, we're gonna go by the doctor. I turned off the ray tracing for a second. This way, beast. I'm here to buy. You're here to sell. Make this quick, Mr. 17,000. You're about to get what I got. I'm about to get what you got. I'll give you everything. Easy. It's so easy to get my money. Oh yeah, it's so easy to get my money. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Bam. Woohoo. Goodbye. I'm gonna stop by this vendor over here. Sometimes I wish I can go third person. But I guess it's a certain level of, you know, immersion. Oh boy. The fact that you have to stay first person. I don't know why the cops hate me so much. I'm a sub-con. You know? And I have 50 street cred. I mean, come on. Why do they hate me so much? Okay, get rid of all these. Get rid of a certain amount of these. Ready or not. See, these legendary components are worth a lot. I get rid of these weird battery things, but not the actual legendary component. I keep that. Everything else I get rid of. There we go. Cool. Now let's go buy that car.
You're just gonna sit there forever, ain't you?
Oh, I wish it was more consistent. Sometimes this game works like a darn gem. Other times it don't. Other times it just don't. Here, let's turn it back on. Yeah. Listen here, you Arakasaka Blams. Don't walk. I like to hit him with a ping first. And I'll make him blind. And contagion. And short circuit. And then I'll shoot the rest right in the head. Ew. It's pretty when they have that white blood like it's oh, look at like it's alien. That weird pale looking blood. Alright, it's close by. Thank you for the garbage car. 39,000 for no reason. Cool. I want to buy all the vehicles. Alright, chill, we're going there. I really hate that thing. There's an audio bug, you know? Okay, let's go. Oh, I might as well go shopping. There's a clothing store over here. The sound of someone getting beat up slowly and moaning is terrible. Non-stop. Okay, I'm here for the money. Multitasking.
Oh, so this is a good time for you then?
Darn right.
Hola.
I'm looking for the plans. Okay. Boom, boom. Boobity boom, boom. Huh. Goodbye, everything. $13,069. Done. Okay, moving on to this other vendor. Right down yonder. I'm gonna drive this car. Night City.
Undeterred by hazardous conditions and gang violence, these pioneers truly demonstrate the beauty of the American entrepreneurial spirit.
Sometimes you want just a normal car.
Singhad Studios has announced a new way we, as a society, can care for our elderly. Rather than place our infirm elders in an expensive care center on the other side of town, we will soon be able to connect them to the Silver Days system. Silver Days is an advanced feeder unit adapted to the needs of our eldest relatives. The all-inclusive system consists of a catheter, aspirator, IV drip, nutrition tube, and most importantly, a next-gen brain dance reed.
Oh boy. Nicola. 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 Look, all these soda machines. Dang it. I gotta buy them. Got these hot spots here sometimes. It's like a different random amount. I try to buy the same flavor so I have a nice stack. Oh my god. Oh no. At least they let you really spam it. Let's see. I'm checking the item persistence right now. I'm gonna unload all the stuff and then collect it afterwards. Oh my gosh. Big old machine in the hot sun. I seem to be wasting a few dollars at the end now. Oh boy. Are we done yet? Whoa, where'd you guys come from? How's it going? Okay, ping. Contagion. Third circuit. Overheat. Alright. I find that sometimes you'll have, if you ever have a bunch of bad guys standing around, and good, I'm checking. There's sometimes a bunch of bottles of soda machines. Oh my gosh. About to go collect. I'm trying to see if the items start disappearing. Alright, so here we go. I think we're fine. I had to stop and buy the drinks, man. I know that you really don't need this much. You could just multiply what you have and get more quickly, but you know. It's a good reserve. I view it like a savings plan. You can just break down a bunch of beverages if you ever need some. Hey there, Brendan. Who and who? Am I not wearing pants right now? Yes. I am. Thank you. Gravity. Thank you. Okay. And that's it. That was a bunch of money, I know. But hey, it's money in the bank. Money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? Go down to the Ripper Doc, McGee. Doc Ryder, or... Hey there, buddy. What do you got? Bunch of nothing. Bunch of nothing. Let's see what you got. Check out all these mods here. All these items. Yep, I think we're good to go there. Good to go. What's that? Negates the effects of enemy quick hacks with a cooldown for 45 seconds. Self-ice. I already have everything else I need. Everything else I need. I don't do this tabula rasa. I do like crafting plans. I think if I get this plan, I have a chance to get a legendary. So let's try this out. I'm gonna buy that mod there. It's okay, because then the vendor gets more money and I can get that money back. All the money I gave the vendor, I can get it back. I'm still selling these components here. Okay. Boom. Easy peasy. Done. All these components I can get more of by crafting. Generate them out of thin air. Easy peasy. 13,000 here. Done. Just under 1,000. Done. Okay. And we're done. I bought that plan. Let's go check out that plan there, huh? It's blue. I'm gonna make a bunch of them. A bunch of them just to see what happens. Okay, it costs that and that, huh? That's fine. So you know me. Let's just open up a can of whoop. I'll break down all these. No big deal. Okay. And then I'll turn all of that into a few grenades. Yep. A few of these grenades. Which will then provide a bunch of blue material. And I'll convert all that blue material into those mods. And we'll see if we get anything above that rarity. Maybe even a legendary. And we'll see what we get out of it. After identifying what goes in. It could be a waste. Some of these items are a waste. Meaning, it's not worth what you put into it if you attempted to deconstruct the items. That's what we're doing here. I'm done. Break down all those grenades. I like to do the grenades because it doesn't cost much and it's a clean stack I can destroy all at once. And boom. See? We get a bunch of everything that we need. And now I will craft those mods. Oh yeah, obviously. No greens. That's okay. I'll generate some greens right now by quickly making some of these legendary mods. Okay. And in the process, I will be generating some legendary components. So I'll make this big stack of these legendary mods, and I'll break those down, and I'll use the remainder to craft that mod item I just picked up. I'm just kind of curious to see if I get anything special out of it. I might as well process this entire stack, which will give me oodles of supplies in the process. The legendary upgrade components, the epic upgrade components, and the epic components, epic item components, and a few more legendary components in the process. I'm just making that over time. That's sort of my goal, to see how many of these things I can pick up. My old method was converting 6 gray into 1 green, 6 green into 1 blue, 6 blue into 1 purple, 6 purple into 1 orange. But now I don't have to do that crazy process. We're all done here. Go back over Yondu, and we will go through the mods, and we'll deconstruct all these again. See, in the process, I'm getting the greens and the whites and the blues and the purples and the oranges. Everything that I need. Out of thin air, sort of. I got back what I spent earlier, because it requires greens and whites to make the grenades. But just 1 on 1. Basically, each one of those grenades provides enough material for me to make one of these mods. Because, well, it costs 3 blues plus 1 legendary material, and I'm not spending the legendary material, I'm just gathering it over time. There we go, done. And now I'll go back down to the crafting area. I'll see what I can do. Oh, because I can't make it. Well, that was dumb of me. I shouldn't have done that. Ever find a legendary scope? I haven't found a legendary scope yet, no. But I will be. Oh, that's so expensive. That was sort of a waste. It's okay. Because I can't make rare components. But that's okay. Just fine. I got rid of that ability. I'm pretty sure it's too expensive anyways. Okay, done. We're all done? Are we all done? I think yes. What do you have? Nothing? Nothing. Goodbye. I am still purchasing things. We'll stop by this other vendor nearby. I have to stop by all these vendors and whatnot, block by block, and I'm fighting the bad guys along the way. Because it takes me down these side alleys. And there's free goodies along the way. Sometimes. Alright.
Cuidado! Watch out!
Oh boy. There's a bar over here. Right over here. Oh yes. Looking for the bad guys. Up top, what? What in the world is going on here? Okay, so contagion, short circuit. Okay. Huh. I think I've been here, but I think last time I was here, it was enemy territory. I think I was here with Jackie or something. I was here a long time ago. This is where all the weirdos hang out. All the weirdos. I mean, oh man, this whole time. Hey there, people on YouTube, if you're talking. So sorry. This whole time. Hey there, Andy. Hey there, XK Drift person. I'm sorry that you were talking and I didn't respond. But, trying to get Geforce now for like 5 months hasn't been working for you. It won't work for you? I don't know, man. What are we doing here?
Nice! Step on me. Huh?
Bunch of weirdos over here. I've never been here before. Is this the spot to murder people in? It is. It is. This is a safe area. Which means I can't fight. Whoa. Oh look. Yeah. Oh. Hey there, Deborah. Oh. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that guy. Get it. Ha, ha, ha. I like that dance. Look at that. Yes. 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 I got my fancy clothes on. That's how you dance. girl. Let's go. Put some clothes on. You plastic lady. You need that real skin. What you need? You need that real skin, girl. Let's go. Like my moves? You like my moves, fancy lady? You better clap for me, beast. Yeah. What happened to your flim-flams? What happened to your flim-flams? How am I supposed to get up in there? Are y'all sealed shut? Are you sealed shut? Huh? Out of my way. Everyone's made of plastic in here. Out of my way. Move it. Whoa. Huh. What? Huh? Move. Wait. Huh? What? Wait. Hey, friend.
I'll take a drink.
Don't know you.
Likewise. But hey, I can live with it.
For now. But you try anything you shouldn't. I'll smash your skull against the wall. Got it?
No.
All clear. So, formalities all settled. We get the basics.
What will you have?
I want all your alcohol now. Time waits for no man. So I'm marching on. I'm gonna get it. What you know about the flim flam? Ho ho. With a hiddly ho hum. You're gonna take my money. You're gonna like it. Or vice versa. Alright, now I shall give you things. I only come here whenever it's break time. You know? I like to go to a good spot for a break. Alright. I will sell the purples first. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hey!
What?
I'll take a drink.
Let me rob your blind. When can that robbing ensue? I'm here to rob you blind. Just rob you. Foxtrot, Foxtrot. So 1 Charlie, 5-5. Oh yeah. Time waits for this guy. I'm gonna murder all of you, dang it. Wait till you walk outside this building. What's happening back here? Stuck in this darn place. Stop it. I'm not your enemy. I am not your enemy. What happens if I, building ain't that large. Hurry up. Stop throwing up. distraction.
Not me, please.
You'll never catch me alive. Ouch. Stop it. You Antifa scum.
Back into my sights.
Contagion. Short circuit. Overheat. Give me your money, or give me phlegm. Okay, out of my way. Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, break it all down. Yeah. Goodbye, 19,000, huh? There you go. 241. Done. Forfeiter. Is that my next vehicle, really? No, we're going down here. I'm going down block by block. You know, plenty of opportunity. Block by block, sort of. Ping. Breach protocol. 1 Charlie with the 5-5. Oh yeah. Foxtrot, Bravo Delta, Flim Flam. No. That's what I got. That's what I got. Reboot optics. Have that contagion spread.
Holy shit!
trying to build up my blade for a second. Kind of low. Oh boy. That guy's on fire.
Tigers! Fight!
Oh boy. Fine. Alright. Passing on through. Passing on through. Thank you.
Ah, shit!
Hydraulic malfunction. Sure. Up and over. Oops, here. Don't walk. Don't walk. Out of my way. Give it to me. Out of my way,
You,
beans.
lost your way?
I lost my way. You sell medicine here?
You actually sell meds out of this place.
Well, I call it a recent change. Used to work in electronics, didn't exactly pan out, had to shift my focus somewhere.
Sure.
But hey, it's all legit. I took a first aid course on the net, bought a shard on pharmacy basics. Good to go, Chumba.
I'm not your
Just let me
Chumba.
know what you need.
I'm not your Chumba, pal. How dare you get all familiar with me? I will beat you senseless. Oh, yeah. Don't beat the ammo. It's good to go bye-bye. Yeah. 6,896. Thank you, friend. Goodbye. Marching on down the road. Don't mind me. Going block by block. I'm heading towards these vehicles, but I'm also stopping by these vendors along the way. Yeah. Show me the way. Thank you. Goodbye. It's so easy to fall in love. I got this painting here worth 4,000. Goodbye. Until I'm broke. Till I'm... Oh no. I have these copies of these legendary mods. Or, oh boy. Of these legendary, quick hacks. Alright, we need 2,000 more. That, which means I have to do more crafting. Ain't that fun? I'll break down all these weapons, huh? Okay. I'll take what I have and I'll make a mountain of dreams. There we go. All I need. That's all I need. And a couple of these. How I generate flim flam out of thin air. Ouchie. Let's make a few more of these. Oh, yes. A few more. Hey there, Hakeem. Haha. I'm like one of those velociraptors I remembered. Okay, break it all down one time. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. And then I'll just exist with what I have. I'll do it one more time. Just one more time. It doesn't hurt. One more time. But doing this over time helps me just get free legendary components, see? It's amazing. Amazing, I say. I'm already at 400 and whatever. I'm getting the other components out of it as well. Awesome. Legendary mod here. I'll make 30 more. Plenty more. $11 more. Roundabout. 5 more. Break it all down. Hello, Roma. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Faster. Oh yeah, so look at that mountain of flim flam over there. And now I'm up to 430. A second ago I had 421. Cool. $2,000, huh? Done. Done. Okay, now I'm going down to the next vendor. This district over here, where I could buy and sell some garbage, would be fun. There's a bunch of... I like when there's a bunch of vendors side by side. So I'm gonna go down to this Ripper Dock first. Yay! It's like a real world. See what she's wearing? It's because the acid rain. Or the horrible toxins in the air. Everybody tries to have some level of protection.
Hey, go fuck yourself!
I will kill you right now. Hey there, friend.
Been doing biz here long?
2 years, maybe more. Wasn't easy at first, but I made the right connection.
You gonna eat all that pizza?
Half the heavy lifting in business is the networking. This and the will to be cooperative.
I mean, if I rob you blind.
You're just gonna...
I mean, if I rob you blind. Hey, what's down here? Interesting. You have a great facility here, friend. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Great. Now I'm all flim-flammed up. Hey, I got a motorcycle jacket. But it's gray though, it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's not gray at all. No, I got this other stupid thing. Alright. Let's go behind the building. Or whatever. There we go. Ripper
So,
Duck McGee.
we were saying, half the heavy lifting in business is the networking.
Oh, yeah.
This and the will to be cooperative and flexible.
Yeah. You got. Check it out. Check it out. One time with a check it out. Looking for some good stuff in my life that I might need. Oh, wait. I saw something. Woo, boy, that's legendary, right? Uh-huh. Oh. You gain life whenever you discharge a fully charged tech weapon. I like to go for these legendary items, but oh yes. Okay, what do you got? I'll buy that just for later. And you're gonna take what I got though. I'll tell you that much. Blue wires. All these components. The purple stuff. Here we go. $4.97. Now we go to the other vendors. Yay. Always with a profit. Always want to leave with a profit. How far away is it? 125 meters. That's not bad at all. No. I don't know why cops hate me so much. Stupid cops. I would like to know how often these vendors reset their stock or how much money they have. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I've exhausted this vendor several times over. Pretty sure. Oh, yes. I'm gonna sell all of these purples. Only thing I don't sell would be the legendary item components. But I do sell these legendary upgrade components. Like it's no one's business. Yep. Alright, gotta do it again. Let's work our way through a stack of Flim Flam. No big deal. There, I'll work with that right there. Just with that. A small stack of 12 of those alcohols. So I'll start with making these grenades. So all the greens are gone, and then I'll deconstruct that and turn all of those materials into the legendary mod, and I'll break all those down twice over, in the process getting more legendary components and a bunch of the other good stuff. Pretty cool. Look at all these freebies I'm getting. You can tell I'm getting free components if the numbers don't move. Be-do. Be-da. With a boo-boo-doo. And a hooja-boo-doo-doo. There we go. Okay. Now we'll make some mod from that. That'll generate more components, isn't it wonderful? Stepping it up, stepping it up, stepping it up. I'm already at, I was at 428 legendary components or something like that. Maybe 430. Yesterday I had under 100. This just means that whenever I do get myself a new legendary plan for some clothing item, I can make a ton of it without worrying about it. Because your goal is to make You keep on crafting something until you get a better version of it. Sometimes you get some free mods out of it. Hey-o and hey-o. I'll make 13 more of these.
Greetings, new follower.
Hail.
Hail. Hail. And hail.
Hey there, human. And 2 more, and we're spent. Huh? High level engineering? I think it's, well, I was leveling up engineering from disarming mines. Disarming mines did it. So if you ever see a mine, you go crawl up to it and disarm it. But I don't know of any other ways. I think so it comes up once in a blue moon. But I found a big old minefield, and I was doing that yesterday, and I leveled up a bit.
What do we have here?
But you have to, like, I don't mean doing it through hacking.
Of the inner circle. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you for becoming a supporter of the channel.
I mean, you have to crawl up to it on your hands and knees, and then carefully disarm it. Maybe opening doors when it asks for a technical ability of a certain number. Maybe that improves your engineering. Maybe. I'm still trying to build that. That, my blades, and assault, and all kinds of other garbage that I'm not using. That's why I'm using my melee Everswaft. I've already leveled up my pistol as far as it can go. Like I said, twice over. You see, all of these components right here I generated just now, because I just sold all of them. And that's like if I weren't doing this, I would have to go out there and kill a bunch of bad guys and farm forever. So after this next stack, I'll be done. I'm at 440. Legendary components. And I'll sell the excess. I'm at 500,000 again. Eddies. I was over 1 million yesterday, and I purchased, I'd say maybe 5, 6, 7 cars yesterday. And now I'm purchasing more. I've already purchased 3 or so, maybe more so far on the stream. But I'm moving through the map, block by block, towards the next car. But I'm stopping by every vendor along the way, hitting up alleyways to defeat the enemy and loot some random garbage. And I'm purchasing all of the sodas I can from all of these machines along the way as well. Yep, about 22 more, 25 more, 30 more. Break them all down. Five more. Done. Oh, Zob's no. Is that worth it? Probably not. Okay. Break it down. Oh boy. Yeah, 3 per. Get a lot of components. It's kind of crazy how much you get out of this process. Yep. Kinda see ya. And we are done. Okay, vendor. You're gonna get what I got. There you go. There you go. 2,955. Bye. Now I'll be stopping by this, by the gun vendor and by the food vendor. Yes, Paul, you get more materials from breaking some stuff down. So I'll show you really quick. Fantastic question. So for example, if I get that one soda, right? Any beverage, see this right here, it gives me 3 or 6. So 3 green and 6 or 8 white. Okay? Right? And then down here, I could craft this right here, which only takes 1 green and 4 white. If I craft that, let's say, just craft a bunch of these. I'm going to show you something. Boom, 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 boom. Right? There you go. And over here, this grenade here only costs 1 white and 1 green. I'll craft a couple of that, just so you can see. Right, over here. And look what happened. So I made a couple of those white mods, and I got purples out of it. So it only cost white and green, but I generated blue and purple, and what I used to make the darn thing. But I got back what I spent, and I got more out of it. Components I never even used, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then over here under grenades, you see, it only costs 1 and 1, but look, it gives me all that other garbage. It gives me blues and purples. Okay? And then if I did have the blues and purples, once I have blues, this right here only costs 3 blues and 1 legendary. Okay? And as you see, if I make a couple, sometimes it's not using any resources, which means I got it for free, which means if I break it down, I get free resources. I get a free legendary component. Alright, boom, boom, boom. I'll go back over here. And under mods, you see, I have these, and look at all the stuff it gives me. It only cost the blue and the 1 legendary, but I'm getting everything over here I'm getting. Plus the gray and the green.
Oh, yes.
That's how I made $1 million yesterday. And that's how I'm getting all these components, because you're getting more than what you spent. And that's with a couple of these perks here, under technical ability. Mechanic to gain more material whenever you break stuff down. Cost optimization to reduce the cost of crafting something. Workshop to give you a chance to gain a free component whenever you break something down. Ex nihilo to give you a 20% chance to craft an item for free. Pretty awesome. And from all that, you get yourself a mountain of flint flam. So essentially, any individual soda can give you a ton. Yeah, well, as for this mod right here, I purchased it from some vendor. So certain things you can purchase from a vendor and make some money. So I purchased this from some vendor somewhere. This is an armor mod, the legendary thing. And then this grenade I purchased from a vendor as well. This grenade purple plan. I think this is the best thing right here. This one, so the grenade plus the legendary armor mod, those two things together are wonderful. And then to make the grenade, it just takes 1 and 1, right? 1 white, 1 green, and like I showed you before, every grenade, and they're all the same, pretty sure, different kinds of purple grenades. Look how cheap it is. See? Right? Every grenade will give me, look how much, look all the stuff it's giving me. Hold on. You see, it only costs green and white, but it gives me the purples and the blues out of thin air. Okay? Out of thin air. It only costs 1. Okay? It gave me 3 of each or something. And, like I showed you before, every beverage here gives you 3 green and 6 white, or 3 green and 8 white. So that's at least 9 blue per can of soda, and it's worth way more. You know, just simply breaking down 1 can of soda of any beverage type will give you enough, and if you sell those components right away, it's worth way more money. So all the beverages are worth 10 each if I purchase them from a bar or from a vending machine. And even if I sell the whites that came out of it, the whites alone, the common components are worth 5 each. And there's 6 to 8 white components in there. That's a lot. It's worth, up to 4-8 times the amount that the cost to actually make the thing. And I like to get these stacks up and running. It's not with food, it's with that. So you buy any sort of beverage, you break it down, you make a purple grenade, a big old stack of them until you're out of the whites and greens. And then you break those down, it gives you a bunch of blues. And then you craft the legendary module, or the legendary mod, a ton of them. And every time I break those down, I get 3 of these legendary upgrade components, and they're worth a lot of money. This thing right here is worth a lot of money. Yeah. And then I go over here to any vendor, and I sell all of that garbage.
A few dozen pounds.
Well, be my fucking guest.
Yeah, so I don't know if... Yeah, like making guns and selling them, that's pretty good. But I think there's more efficient... I was trying to find out, is it more efficient? You know... This is pretty good. So if I sell... let me see what this guy has first of all. He doesn't have anything for me. Sometimes you have to check to see if they have some plan. You know? I used to buy these materials, but now I don't. But yes, I will sell these battery things here for a lot of money. Look, they're worth a lot of money. Sort of. I sell everything except for these legendary item components, but I sell those upgrade components. Doesn't really matter. Sell them raw. Selling the items raw, I think, is better because you get more out of it, sort of. Depending. Oopsie. 1,500. Thank you. Goodbye. So now we're going down to this restaurant, and once I'm there, I will be. Yeah. Once I'm there, I'll be purchasing all of their beverages. Yeah, you need certain perks to make it worthwhile. Without the perks, it doesn't work out. Hey there, friend. I want your alcohol. I don't know if that's worth it. The alcohols are worth more. But still, I consider it money in the bank because I don't break this stuff down right away. And I get the money back anyways, so it doesn't really matter. It's just money in the bank. Because if I ever need something, I know I have this mountain. Look, I have like 480 Nicola Blues. I have a mountain of supplies just waiting for me to unleash. And the larger the stack, the better it is, I think. Because I could just destroy... I could break down one stack and get everything I need, as opposed to going through each individual item. Okay. So now we have 5,000. Okay, I sell all these other materials until we hit a wall. Then I have to break down some garbage. Okay, 544. Is alcohol good for anything but eddies? Well, you break them down. That's just the thing. See, I really shouldn't have bought them because they really give you the same amount. They give you the same amount of supplies as a beverage, you know, so I really shouldn't buy them because they're worth more sold, I think. But even then, they're still, because you can multiply and everything. If you think about it, that's 30. How much are the greens worth? Yeah, it's still worth more. Beverages, it's still worth more if you break down the thing. If you have the right perks, because you get more out of it. It's still worth more. I don't know how much the greens are worth all by themselves, but we could find out. How much are the greens worth all by themselves? Even though they give you the same amount of components, is what it seems like. A single green is worth 8. Yeah. So if it has 3 greens and they're worth 8 each, and if it has 6 to 8 whites and they're worth 5 each, then it doesn't really matter how much it costs because it's not worth as, you know, you still gain. You still gain in the long run. It's just slower. Okay, we're going down. Oh,
What are you doing?